Hey, what's going on, guys? Today we have an Echo 351V VL. I got this on Marketplace through a trade that I did a long time ago. I've been kind of like this was over a couple months ago, um, back in the summertime, um, and we're gonna finally get into it today. I have a cool idea I want to share with you guys, but we'll get into that as we get into the video. I believe this thing just needs a carb clean or a carb replacement. We're just going to dive into it though. I've never worked on a saw this old. This is not a how-to, nothing like that. But we're just going to kind of tinker with this and see if we can get it going. I love these Japanese Echoes. They hold a special place in my heart. Um, and I'll get more into it when the video starts. So we'll see you in a minute. All right, so what we're going to be working on today is this Echo 351V. We're going to just try to clean it up, get the carburetor out of it. I'm probably going to try to rebuild the carburetor as best I can. This is, like I said before, not a how-to. And we're just going to take this cover off and, yeah, go from there. Alright, so getting the cover off, it's pretty clean. I'm not gonna lie, I expected to kind of open this up and just see like a cluster of just junk and grime and gunk. And it is dirty, don't get me wrong, but it's not like the worst shape. Everything looks good. Nothing seems like super hard or... Alright, the fuel line is a little hard, but it doesn't seem cracked anywhere or anything. It is cold out too, so these can kind of free up too once the temperature warms up. But we're gonna, I have some old baby wipes, so I'll try to like clean this all up with the baby wipes and then try to get this carburetor out and see if we can kind of clean it, put it maybe in the ultrasonic cleaner and see if that helps. If that don't help, then maybe just rebuilding it, or maybe just getting the parts for it and say screw it, don't even bother cleaning it. I'm kind of doing this in sections and in waves and in different parts, so just opening it up to see how complicated this is. And it doesn't look quite complicated. It actually looks quite simple. I mean, I've seen worse. So, I mean, from the looks of it, take these two screws out. This should pull out. I don't know what this is, so I want to make sure I get that, look that up first. All right, so we got the carburetor out. I have to wait until I get the kit in. When the kit comes in, we're going to take it apart and just clean it out, and then whatever gaskets I break, I'll just replace. So not gonna be quite a total rebuild, but you know, I'm sure this carb hasn't been done in a very, very, very long time. So although this carburetor, it doesn't look that bad, we're gonna open it up here in a minute and see how bad it is. I'm gonna open these and see if there's just clearly dirt in them, and if we can just get them out really quick. I don't know. Well, there she is, ladies and gentlemen, the culprit. This screen I busted. This is why I order the gaskets and all that stuff first, because every time I try to take these things apart, I never get them right. I always do this. I'm never good with this stuff, but I still found the issue. Too bad I busted it, because I think if we cleaned this out, it would have been fine. But there's a little screen in there, and I wonder is if we can screwdriver here. Yep. That at first I was like, man, I wonder if this has been replaced before. You know, I wonder if somebody like did a rebuild on it once before. And I don't think so, because this looks like the original screen. So, because there's no screen in there now. That was the screen. So we definitely need to get some parts. That's fine though. Kind of already assumed that. This looks like it's okay, but I guess we'll just replace the whole thing. Where's that Welch plug? I don't see a Welch plug. I thought these had Welch plugs in them. I don't see one. I guess to be announced, because I thought there was a Welch plug, unless it's under this. maybe we'll have to crack that open and see. But there's culprit right there, and it is dirty, definitely dirty. And there is varnish. You can see that this is kind of has like a look to it, so not the worst, but that definitely would do it. So we're gonna put together some of this stuff. I wonder if I should crack this open real quick just to see if that's a good idea or a bad idea. I don't know. I don't know if I want to really get into the whole needle and seat thing either. There is a really nice video, and I'll put it in the description, of how to rebuild these carbs. I watched this guy's video on YouTube, and dude, it was awesome. I loved it. So yeah. And I'm sorry I don't have my mic on right now. Oh, there's dang, speaking of the mic. So we'll crack this open real quick. Try to at least. See if this is in the shot. Believe it or not, you probably can't tell, I have cleaned these carburetors before. Not a wall bro, mostly just cheap stuff. Because how this comes up. There it is. This don't look bad. Oh. Sorry guys. Looks alright to me. I'm gonna leave it off because for now, and we will get that kit, the rebuild kit, and go from there. And yeah, stay tuned. Something I should have done before I started tinkering with the carb was to look at the piston and the cylinder to see if it was any good. And it's good. I can actually, now that I have this all apart, I can take this and clean it all up, get that back to where it needs to be. But you can see it's a lot of oil in there, which I don't know exactly why that would be the case. But but yeah, not too bad. Actually pretty good. There's a lot of lubricant in there, so that's good. So we'll have to wait. I have the kit ordered for the carburetor, so we'll get that taken care of, and yeah, put this thing back together and see if it'll start up and go from there. So I had to end up putting the rest of it together because my tripod broke, man. This is a tripod I made with an old selfie stick, and I had a bolt and I put a nut through it, and it snapped on me, so I couldn't finish the rest of it. But putting the needles in now, and your longer one is your high, your shorter one is your low. So we're gonna put those in, and then we'll see if it runs. The fuel line I didn't replace because it doesn't really need to be replaced because it's in good shape. So should be good. So yeah, we should be in alright area. If this doesn't work, then I'll have to figure out a replacement carburetor for this. Hopefully they make one. I doubt it, but if they do, that'd be great. But I'm not replacing the fuel line just because it doesn't need it, because as I was trying to get it off, dude, I could bend that thing tomorrow, and it was like, I don't got a lot of money, so I'm trying to do this on a budget. So, but yeah, let's get this back together and get it back in the saw and see if it works.